Our time now 6:44. In 46 states across the country, coronavirus cases are on the rise. This comes just as more Americans head indoors and many plan to gather for the holidays. The U.S. added a staggering 1 million infections in the first 10 days of this month alone. By Christmas, 20 million Americans could contract COVID. In some surge states, medical centers, testing sites, and morgues are already at a breaking point. Authorities warn this may just be the beginning of a downward spiral.
We are apparently a big step closer to a vaccine to prevent COVID-19. As we reported earlier this week, Pfizer Pharmaceuticals says early analysis showed its vaccine candidate is more than 90% effective at preventing infection. A Newport News couple is participating in the vaccine trials. We met them about 6 weeks ago, and here's an update on how they're doing.
Wonderful. I feel great.
She said it.
So far, so good for Steve Eldred and his wife, Chris, of Newport News. Both received shots as part of Pfizer Pharmaceuticals' Phase 3 trial of a potential COVID-19 vaccine.
This all started for us in August, and we signed up and took our first shot in that month. 3 weeks later, we had the follow-up shot, and that's how the Pfizer vaccine works.
Steve says in October, a month after the second shot, they had blood samples taken. The results would show if the vaccine was working, if it produced antibodies to prevent COVID.
It's a 50-50 shot, and it's a double-blind study, so neither we nor the people that administered the shots knew what we were getting.
Shortly after that, Steve and Chris traveled to Florida to visit a daughter who had recently moved there, yes, in the middle of a pandemic.
And so we wanted to know our status. So independently of the test, we got antibody tests locally here in Newport News, and the results of those were that I have the antibodies, she does not.
That means Steve got the vaccine, Chris a placebo, no side effects or COVID for either. But what about the other elephant in the lab, the flu?
They let us have the flu shot after this. And they didn't want us to have it during the time because they didn't want it interfering with the test. And I have to tell you, we both had a little more reaction to the flu shot, the basic flu shot, than we did the vaccine.
Just soreness.
Again, the good news is both are still very healthy, no COVID. Steve Eldred says Pfizer will continue to monitor them for at least another 2 years.
All new this morning.